of nighttime skincare together. Just gonna do my skincare routine for the evening, which is obviously part of my 75 medium challenge. I did always do this anyways, but I'm just making an extra effort to make sure that I do it, and I do it every single night and I do every single step. I have started romanticising it by putting a little bubble headband on. It just makes me feel and look a little bit cuter, and it just romanticises the whole skincare experience. I'm going to go in and wash my face. I'm going to use this. I actually got gifted this from West Barn & Co, and I've been using it for the last couple of months, and actually, not months, last couple of weeks. And I actually really like it. It's a balancing cleanser, oil balancing, pore tightening and toning. I've been using this every night to wash my face, and I actually really like it. It's really gentle and it seems to be really hydrating as well. It doesn't strip my skin, so I'm going to go ahead and wash my face with this. It's really moisturising, and it doesn't dry my skin out. You can see it's almost like a moisturiser rather than a cleanser, and I actually really like it. Then I go in with one of these, I don't know how you pronounce this, Idea clean towels. It's basically just like disposable face cloths, and I use this to dry my face so that I'm not using the dirty bathroom towels on my face. Bathroom towels on my face. It is a little bit excessive. I mean, you don't have to do this if you just want to let your skin air dry, or you want to use the bathroom towels, or I mean, go for it. But I just like to make sure my skin is super clean because I do have acne prone skin, obviously, so I don't really want to use dirty hand towels to dry my face. So I just go in with one of these, and then this does go in the bin. Sometimes I do let my skin air dry, to be honest. It depends how much time I've got. If I've got time, I'll let it air dry, then I'll come back and do the rest. But tonight, I want to get it done. Then I go in with my hyaluronic acid serum, always. I'm using this one from the Inky List. I kind of do mix between this one and the Vichy one, but I really like this one at the minute. And I do actually still avoid this area around my chin just because it has so much scarring, and sometimes I feel like the hyaluronic acid can kind of emphasize the redness, so I do just avoid that chin area when I go in with this. I do feel like my skin is definitely getting better. Something seems to have just clicked in the last week or two, and I'm not getting any breakouts anymore at all, really. Kind of the odd one around that time of the month, but other than that, it is just scarring now, which is kind of the most annoying part because that can last for months and months. But I'm happy. I'm one step closer to having clear skin. I just really need to reduce this redness. Depending on obviously which day of the week it is will depend which actives that I use. Sometimes I use a retinol, sometimes I use a mandelic acid, sometimes I go in with this one from Bioma, which is their clarifying serum. So it really just depends. I kind of do just mix it up. Tonight I am going to go in with my retinol. This is the Drunk Elephant 1%. It's a funky yellow colour, which I like because I just think, why not make it fun? And I'm going to go in with this all over. I'm going to get this really everywhere. I have worked up my retinol strength, so I am on 1% now, but if you are just starting out with retinol, I would definitely recommend starting on a lower percentage and working your way up because it can be quite drying and quite irritating, especially if you've already got dry or acne prone skin. I do find that adding the hyaluronic acid before this step as well just really helps prevent dryness because you've got that added layer of hydration underneath. So definitely, if you are struggling with a retinol, think about maybe adding that step in. Then this is usually the eye cream that I use. This is the Olay Eyes Retinol 24 cream, but if you've been watching my vlogs, you know I've been struggling with like a really dry patch under my eye. I don't know if it's eczema or psoriasis or what it is, but I can't get it to go. So I'm not actually going to use this retinol eye cream. I've not been using that for the last couple of weeks because I just thought I want to try and clear this up and just get it super hydrated. So I'm just going to skip eye cream for tonight. I'm going to go in with my moisturiser next. Sometimes I'll oil as well, but I've actually just run out of my face oil and I'm being super lazy, but I can't be bothered to go get a new one from the cupboard. So I'm like, I don't need to face oil tonight. So I'm going to go in with my moisturiser. I'm going to use the Medicae Advanced Night Restore moisturiser. I love this moisturiser. I have this one and I also have their daily vitamin C one, and I love them both. I think they're both really nice moisturisers, super nice and hydrating, and they feel really nice on the skin. And the vitamin C one, it gives you such a gorgeous glow on a morning. I'm obsessed with these. I really like them. They are obviously pretty pricey because they are Medicae, but it's all medical grade and I love it. And then I just take the excess kind of on my hands. I don't want to waste it, so I just rub it all in. And lastly, I'm going to go in with the Laneige Lip Sleep Mask. I've got the berry one. I really want to get the vanilla one though. I feel like this one doesn't even really taste like berries, to be honest, but it's my favourite lip balm, especially for on a night time. It just coats your lips and makes them super, super soft. And I can always still feel this on my lips in the morning, so I know it's really stuck on there and done what it needed to do. And that is my nighttime skincare routine complete. I've just been really trying to take a little bit of extra time with it. Just take an extra 5-10 minutes to myself, really do all of the steps. Although tonight I didn't go and get the face oil, which I probably should have done, but you know what, we don't need to talk about that. But I am quite happy with how my skin is looking at the minute. Obviously I still do have the marks, but compared to how it looked about 3 months ago, it is so much better. So I'm excited for the next 3 months to pass and it to be completely clear. Although I shouldn't wish my life away. I'm happy with where I'm at. It's getting better anyways. Right, I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to take myself off to bed and I will catch up with you all maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, who knows. Good night. I was just about to take myself off to bed and then I realised I haven't prepped tomorrow's breakfast and I need to prep tomorrow's breakfast. So we're going to do that now and I'm going to show you what I make because I think this might be my favourite breakfast. I can't decide between this and protein oats. Either this and protein oats are my top 2 breakfasts, and you've seen me make my protein oats I think a couple of times now, so you need to know this breakfast recipe, and if you haven't made it yet, you need to go make it and report back because chef's kiss. By the way, we're making overnight Weetabix cheesecake. Sensational. So your ingredients are going to be Weetabix, almond milk, protein powder of choice, Greek yogurt, fruit of choice, honey, and seeds of choice. My mouth is watering just thinking about this. This is the container that I make mine in, just a little small plastic container. So you're gonna take your Weetabix, and I like to use 1.5 Weetabix, but you can use obviously as many or as little as you like. I've already got a little half in there from the last time I made this. So you're just gonna take this, put it in the dish and scrumble it up. Try not to make a mess in the meantime. Once that's all scrumbled up in there, you're going to take your almond milk, and this bit is actually really important. Do not add too much milk. You want to add just enough to coat the Weetabix. If you add too much, it's going to be soggy and it's not going to be like a nice cheesecake layer. And then you want to mix all of that up until all the Weetabix is coated in the milk. If you feel like you haven't added enough milk, I think you probably have, so I would not add more. You want it to be like that, like you want it to be wet, but no milk visible, like you don't want it to be swimming around in milk. And then you just want to flatten everything down until you've got a really nice base at the bottom. So it should look something like this. Next step, you're going to make your filling for your cheesecake. So take your Greek yogurt. I like to use this one from Farrier, this 0% one, the fresh one. Yeah, I've got a freshie to get rid of whatever that is. I don't measure this, but you probably want to do like 2 big spoonfuls just into a bowl. And add the protein powder of your choice. I like to use a vanilla one. This is the Food Spring vanilla protein, but use any one that you like. I just find that vanilla goes best with this because it's a really nice cheesecake kind of flavour. And I just add 1 scoop of that into the yogurt mixture. And then you're just gonna mix this around until all of the protein powder has formed with the yogurt and you've got yourself like a nice thick protein yogurt consistency. It does take a while, but just keep working it in. It will eventually all come together. It's kind of like baking a cake. I use the back of my spoon and like, I can't remember what that's called when you were in school in food tech. What was it called when you used to use the back of your spoon? Not folding, that would be folded. I can't remember. So once you've got it all nice and mixed together, super easy, you're just gonna spoon this onto the top of the Weetabix mixture. Honestly, it smells so good. It smells like a vanilla cheesecake. And then you just want to use your spoon again to kind of flatten that out and make a nice little layer. It should just spread out really nice and evenly, and it should look like this. And then for the fun part, you can top it with whatever you want really. I usually always do a couple of blueberries, a couple of raspberries, and then I always top it with a little bit of chia seed, a little bit of flaxseed, and then a drizzle of honey, of course, but you can top it with whatever you want. Whatever your favourite toppings are, you can obviously add. It's entirely up to you. And that is my absolute top tier Weetabix cheesecake. I am so excited for this already. I've got no idea how many calories are in this, probably about 1,000, but I do know that there's 40 grams of protein in this, so this is going to set me up really nicely for the day. And I've got the gym in the morning, so this is going to be a really nice post-gym brecco. She's about to go in the fridge, and I'm already so excited. So you want to just put the lid on, seal it nice and tight, and then you want to put it flat in the fridge overnight. It has to set overnight because everything kind of combines and sets together, and it just tastes absolutely delicious. So she's going to go in the fridge. And I'm already excited to eat her. I kind of want to eat her now, but I need to go to bed. So that is my Weetabix cheesecake recipe. Please try it and let me know. See you 9. See you never. Good morning, guys. It's now breakfast time, and you already know I've been so excited for this. I've been thinking about it all morning. It's actually currently 11 a.m. and it's time for brekkie. I've been thinking about this the whole way home. So just look at it. Look at it. Do you see what I see? Like, do you see the goodness? And the fact that it's like a little vanilla cheesecake, like, are you kidding? One thing about me is cheesecake is one of my favorite desserts, especially like a vanilla caramel or a Biscoff cheesecake. Like, hello? Please try this recipe. Like, if you are a breakfast girly, because I think breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. If you are a breakfast girly and you're looking for new, delicious, breakfast, dessert, high protein recipes, please try this because, oh my god, it literally tastes like dessert for breakfast. Like, if you didn't tell me that this was healthy, it tastes like a vanilla cheesecake. I am struggling to enjoy it though because I have this new thing where my jaw kind of keeps locking every time I open my mouth. And it's really strange. It started happening to me over Christmas. Whenever I would open my mouth too wide, this side of my jaw would just like lock in and out. And it's kind of uncomfortable, it's kind of painful. And it comes and goes. I haven't had it for a couple of weeks in January, and now all of a sudden this morning, it's just started happening. Does anyone know what that is or why that's happening? I don't know if I'm grinding my teeth in my sleep is the only thing I can think of, but like, that's quite painful. Although it does taste absolutely delicious. Why don't we do another what I eat in a day today? Let's do that. So this is the first thing that I'm eating today. I've been up and I've been to the gym. So I do go to the gym fasted. Not usually like intentional. It's just because I like to train on the morning and I don't like to eat when I first wake up. So I don't like intentionally want to fast for my workout, but it just works out that way because I wouldn't have breakfast at like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. So I do train fasted. And then I've come home and had this. This is the first thing that I'm having this morning. So yeah, let's do another what I eat in a day. Anybody else also dance when they get like some good food? It's not normal. Okay, I'm gonna go enjoy this. Please make this recipe. Like, please try this recipe and comment down below and let me know what you think. Or if you've got a different variation of this, I would love to know. Like if you're doing this with like chocolate, I know some people do it with Biscoff, and 40 grams of protein. I should be on commission for this Weetabix cheesecake. Like, Weetabix, if you're watching, sponsor wouldn't go amiss. Hello, it's lunchtime. It's now 2:15 and I'm gonna make myself some lunch. I've just done some chicken in the air fryer. I've literally just done a chicken breast in the air fryer, and I'm gonna just take some cutlery and shred it up a little bit. I'm not very good at shredding chicken. I kind of like struggle a little bit, but I'm gonna try. I don't know how people do it. Like, I need the technique. Like, can somebody let me know the chicken shredding technique? Because this will honestly take me about 20 minutes. Little tendon in that chicken that's sending me that it's going in the vial. This is literally going to be the most boring lunch ever. And then I'm going to take these Piadina wraps. These are the whole blend Piadina mini flatbreads. These are really good. These are from Tesco. They're basically the wrap equivalent of Jason's bread. Like, there's nothing in them. There's literally just wholemeal flour, water, salt, and extra virgin olive oil. And I've got enough chicken here to probably have 2. Should I have 1 or should I have 2? I'm going to make 1 first, and if I want another one, I'm going to get another one. So I'm literally just going to take the wrap and put the chicken in it. Like, super boring, but I just wanted a quick lunch today because I've got loads to do. And then I'm going to top it off with some of this sriracha mayo. I'm sure this probably isn't very healthy, but you need a little bit of spice and a little bit of sauce. that once it's wrapped up is gonna be my lunch. Super simple, super easy. The wrapping it is the hard part because the wraps are so small. Like, it's not very big, but still delicious. So we're probably at like 35 to 40 grams of protein in this, just little wrap, so that's pretty good. And of course, I'm gonna have a flask of juice. Unreal. Okay, let's play up tonight's dinner. It's another super boring one. I'm back in my natural habitat, which is in my pajamas in my kitchen. I feel like all of these videos is just me in my pajamas and in my kitchen. But let's play up tonight's dinner. Just roasted some veggies in the oven. They do look like a little bit charred. I think I left them in a little bit too long. But I've just done some broccolini and some asparagus. And then I've done some chicken in the air fryer. And that is tonight's dinner. It's chicken and veggies. That is it. That is all I'm gonna have. So that's it, plated up. That actually looks absolutely rubbish. Like, what is that? Where is the rest of it? That is a whole chicken breast and then half a pack of veg, but it really doesn't look like much now that I've plated it up. Like, hello, where are you? I think I'm definitely gonna have to have a snack after this. We'll see if this fills me up. Obviously it is protein, so it is chicken, so it might fill me up, but it just kind of doesn't look like much now that I've plated it, but whatever. I am also going to drown it in low-fat mayonnaise, obviously, because it looks hella dry. Truthfully, right, I need to have a word with, like, whoever's making the rules, because the way that I eat, like, how am I not a Victoria's Secret supermodel? Like, I'm not even trying to blow my own trumpet, but I feel like I eat so clean. Like, I really do. Like, I don't be getting takeaways, like, pretty much ever. Like, if I'm having chocolate or anything like that, like, it's a true rare occasion. And I'm not even trying to be on my high horse, but why? Like, who is making the rules? And why don't I look like a Victoria's Secret supermodel? Because I feel like I deserve it. Like, it's actually unfair. Like, I'm about to eat this for my dinner. Like, is that a joke? Is that a sick joke? Anyways, day 10. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. I'm just about to make my coffee for this morning, and I thought I would show you my updated little at-home coffee recipe. If you've been watching the vlogs, you'll know I recently got a milk frother, and it has changed my at-home coffee game. And obviously, doing 75 medium, I'm not allowed to buy coffees out of the house. So I've updated my at-home coffee recipe, and I think I've done it. Like, I think I've cracked the code. So if you're really struggling to get a really good coffee at home, and you always feel like you're spending £5 on a Costa every single day, you only need 3 things plus a milk frother. Coffee, obviously, oat milk, which has changed the game, and then sugar-free syrup. I use this one, it's French vanilla, it's just from TK Maxx. I'm actually almost out, but it's really good. Coffee, I get the Costa granules, I just get them from Tesco, like medium roast Costa, and I do 1.5 scoops into the mug, depending on how tired I am. And then I'm gonna take my oat milk and put it in my milk frother. I know oat milk isn't the best for you, but the only milk that froths is cow's milk or oat milk. I've tried almond, I've tried soy, I've tried coconut, none of them froth, only cow's milk or oat milk. And oat milk is just so creamy and so delicious. So, you know what, like, if I'm gonna have a vice and it's oat milk, like, is that the worst thing to happen? Like, I don't really drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything I shouldn't do, so if I wanna have a little bit of oat milk, I'm gonna have a little bit of oat milk. Then the trick is to put your syrup in with your milk in the frother, and then when it froths, it really like mixes it in and makes it like really nice vanilla-y milk. So I kind of add about that much, and then you want to just stick this on. I always do mine on the second setting, which is like half froth, like not full froth, but like half froth. And I forgot to boil the kettle. You need to obviously boil the kettle as well. And then, I mean, it's super, super simple. I'm not doing anything too fancy, but it just tastes delicious. I fill the coffee probably about 1/3, maybe just about half actually, with hot water. Give that a little mix just to make sure everything is dissolved nicely. And then honestly, the oat milk, it just goes so creamy and so frothy and so delicious. Like, let's do this together. Oh no! Overfilled it, there's no room for the froth. This is risky business that I'm playing. Overfilled it ever so slightly. I'm gonna have to... The fact I haven't spilled that is a miracle. Honestly, if you're struggling with an at-home coffee, this is the one. Like, I'm struggling so hard to not spill this. I don't know why I filled it so much, but this is the one. So I'm just gonna sit down and have my coffee now that I've just made. Again, again, please try this coffee recipe and let me know what you think. I mean, it's not really a recipe, it's just a super simple way to make an at-home coffee, and it's so delicious. Like, I struggled for so long with not liking a coffee unless it was from a coffee shop, and now I'm so happy that I found this because it's literally free. How many times can I say literally? Literally is a word that I say a lot. I need to stop doing that. But what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write out some goals for the year. So I have already made my vision board. If you've been watching my vlogs, you'll have seen I made a vision board. I think I did it before New Year's Eve. I think I did it just in between Christmas and New Year's Eve. But I haven't wrote down like specific actionable goals that I want to achieve. And this is something I didn't do in 2024. And I mean, not to get too deep, but I feel like 2024 was like, I don't want to say it was a wasted year, because obviously no year is a wasted year, but I feel like I didn't really get much done in 2024. Like, I didn't set myself goals, I didn't set myself targets, I just kind of winged it all year. And for that reason, I feel like I didn't do a lot, and I feel like the year just passed me by without me taking control, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like I didn't make the most of it, I didn't make things happen, I didn't do things that I wanted to do because I just like went with the motions. And there's nothing wrong with doing that, but now that I've had a year of doing that, I feel like this year, like, I really want to take the bull by the horns and I really want to make things happen. So I've got my little notebook and I'm going to sit down and just write like a few goals. What I really want to try and do is do monthly goals as well. I feel like that'll help me stay on target rather than just saying, you know, by the end of 2025 I want to do X, because then each month I'll be like, oh well, I'll do it next month, I'll do it then, I'll do it, like, I've got time, and before you know it, it'll be December again. So I'm going to write down some goals, like big goals that I want to achieve by the end of the year. And then I'm going to try and break it down into like small actionable targets of like, if I want to achieve X by December, what do I need to do every single month to like set me on the right track to get there? That kind of thing. So if you haven't wrote your 2025 goals yet, or you need the motivation to do so, go and get a notebook now. Go and make yourself a coffee or a warm beverage, you know. And let's do it together. Let's have a think about what we want to do. I do honestly think, like, this is probably going to be a bit of a deep chat, so... but I do honestly think that as you get older, obviously I'm still very young, but as I am getting older, things are going quicker. Like, 2024 for me, I feel like I blinked and it just passed me by. Like, obviously I did amazing things, I went on amazing holidays and I had a lovely time, but like, I don't know, when I think about 2024, I just feel like I didn't make the most of things and I didn't do things because I'm always waiting. And this is going to get deep again, because I realised this the other day, like, I am always waiting for the right time to do something. I'm waiting for the right time to go on a trip. I'm waiting until I've got so much money to do X. I'm waiting until I've got so many subscribers to do X. Like, I'm always waiting. And while I'm waiting, my life is happening. Like, my life is not waiting for me. Like, this is so deep, but it's not. Like, nobody is waiting around for you. So if you're constantly waiting, I feel like you'll never feel ready for things. Like, why am I waiting until I've got so many subscribers before I post a certain video that I want to post? Why am I waiting that I've got, I don't know, so many, like, I've got in the best shape of my life before I book a holiday I want to book? Like, I'm never going to feel like that. I'm never going to feel like I've got enough subscribers, or I've got the best shape of my life, or my skin's clear enough, or I'm never going to feel like all of these things are ready and enough to do the things I actually want to do. So I might as well just bloody do them now. And that is the attitude that I'm having for this year. Like, there's so many things I've wanted to do and I've put them off because I'm waiting for the right time. And I think I've come to the realization that the right time will never exist. Like, the time will never be right. I could always lose more weight. I could always be in better shape. I could always have clearer skin. I could always have more money, have more subscribers. Like, I could always have more. So the right time is never going to come. I'm just going to let opportunities pass me by. And not this year. Not in 2025. We're not having it, right? So I hope that resonates with at least one person and you don't all think I'm a crazy lady. Because I do think that something happens between the years of 25 and 30. Like, I think the world spins in a different direction. Things start to take shape. Things start to take form. Like, you just start to realise things in these years. And yeah, I really just want to take control of this year, is what I'm trying to say. And I want to set goals and I want to achieve things and I want to stop waiting around for my life to just pass me by, and I want to do things now. So I've got my pen, I've got my coffee, I've got my notebook, and I'm writing down my goals. And you should too. you really should do it too, because I know goals can sometimes feel overwhelming and it might feel like you don't want to write things down because then if you don't achieve them, you feel like a failure. And you can probably take two angles from it. You can write down realistic things that you know you can definitely do to make yourself feel good. And then you could probably also write down some like wild imagination dreams. Have a bit of both so that when it comes to the end of the year, you know there's things on there you will have definitely achieved. So at least you can give yourself like that self-satisfaction, like yes, tick, done that. And then also have some wild ones on there because like you never know what's going to happen. Like you never know. I'm someone that likes to plan out every single aspect of my life. And also I've started to realize that that doesn't work. Like I can plan and I can plan and I can plan, but things will come at you in an unexpected way that you just didn't account for and means that your plans are just a waste of time and a waste of mental space. So let's do some goal setting. Me and you. Go get your notebook. Let's do it. I've got 7. I'm getting a little bit stuck now of what else I want to write. I don't want to write things down for the sake of it. I really want to intentionally write every single thing. So I need to have another little think. I'm going to look at my vision board, which is my background on my phone. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right. I've got 2 more that I can think of. I've got one more that's like a very, very generic one. It's not really a goal. It's more like a mental space. But I'm going to write it down just because every time I look at the sheet of paper, I don't know what I said. Every time I look at the sheet of paper, I want to be able to like remind myself of this thing. So I'm just going to write it. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10. I'm obviously not going to share a lot of them because they are personal, but just for a little bit of inspo. One of them is obviously to grow my social media channels, each of them to a certain number of followers or a certain number of income. I've tried to like categorize it that way so that I can like monitor whether I'm working towards it. One of them is like a financial goal. One of them is I've written a 30 before 30 list. So there's 30 things that I want to achieve. So I don't have long before I get there. So in order to tick them all off, I've just written down, tick off 5 things on that list. So it doesn't matter which 5 they are, but just to like get through them, make sure that this year I tick off at least 5 things on my 30 before 30 list. There's a brand that I want to work with, that I really want to work with this year. So I've like got that dream brand on here. And then there's a few other just like mental space ones, like things about worrying less and like living more in the moment, that kind of thing. So this is your sign. If you haven't written down any 2025 goals, I think I've just written in the back of the book. No, I haven't. I written in the front. If you haven't written down any 2025 goals, go and get a notebook now. It literally took me less than 30 minutes. Get a notebook, make yourself a hot drink, go and sit down, just romanticize it. Take 30 minutes, an hour to yourself, and write down a few goals. And like I said, if that feels overwhelming and you feel like you don't want to feel like a failure, you don't want to set yourself goals in case you don't achieve them, do a mix. Do ones that you definitely know you're going to do, and then do ones that wouldn't even be in your realm of imagination at the moment. Like work with a dream brand, get a dream car, buy the dream house, put them all on there, and then put small actionables as well, like things like, I don't know, go to the gym 5 times a week if you know that you already go 4 and you can get to 5. Put that on there so that you feel good when you achieve it. I am going to go rip these sheets of paper out, and I think I'm going to stick them above my desk in my office so that I look at them every single day, because I'm not letting this year pass me by. We're not having it. 2025, it's a nice round number. We're already halfway through January and I'm feeling motivated and I'm feeling like I'm ready to take charge and take control of this year, because if you don't take control of life, life will take control of you. Snaps. And we'll end on that note. Me again. I've actually just had a super exciting delivery and I thought we could have a little look at it together. So I think I mentioned in my last vlog that I was getting a new phone and I ordered myself the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I have the iPhone 14 Pro and I just really needed more storage and I needed a phone upgrade. So I've actually had the phone. It got delivered about a week ago, but I get really overwhelmed and really anxious getting a new phone. I don't know why. It just feels like a really overwhelming experience to me. So this has actually been in the box in my drawer for about a week and I've just been scared to open it. But I really feel like I need to open her and set her up now because she's just been sat there for like a week. Does anyone else get really, really, really overwhelmed when they get a new phone? Like, I just don't want to go through the stress of setting it up and like factory resetting my old phone and trading it in. Like, I just get really overwhelmed. But this delivery is hopefully going to get me excited to set it up because I know exactly what this is. So I actually got sent some new phone cases from Burger. This is not an ad at all. They just sent me some cases because I got a new phone and obviously the old cases that I had from them didn't fit anymore. So not sponsored, but I just wanted to show you them because I want to set up my new phone. So I picked 4 cases. I got this one, which is Cherry Bomb, which I think is super cute and super versatile as well to have like all year really. I picked up this one and I just thought this would be a really, really nice one for summer. This one is like their pink gingham one. I got 2 more. I got this one, which is super cute and given aesthetic, given clean girl. Hello, there's me. It is the mirrored ballerina one. And then I picked up 1 more, which I think is going to be like my everyday phone case. I'm probably going to have this one on the most. And this is like the cow print one, which I think is super cute. And then, most excitingly, the thing I'm genuinely so excited about is I got this matching power bank. So this is like a little power bank. So I got it in the same matching cow print. But what is so exciting about this is that it's magnetic, so you don't need to attach it to anything. It attaches to the back of your phone case and charges your phone wirelessly. Sorry, how exciting is that? I was so excited about this. So I can put this on my new phone, and then if I'm out and about and it loses charge, I literally just take this, put it on, and I can still hold it, carry it, use it, and it's just charging. Like, I was so excited about that. I don't even have to connect it to my phone. Like, that was a madness, an absolute madness. So this is hopefully going to help me get my new phone set up because I don't know why, I'm just scared. Like, I just don't want to set it up. I don't want to use it. But that is going to look super cute. Like, once I get her in the case. Yes. Like, yes. Hello. Yes. I actually like this one as well a lot. This mirrored one. I got the Pro Max just because I thought when I'm editing and stuff, it's kind of really annoying editing on a tiny little screen. So I thought if I get the bigger one, it's almost like a mini little iPad. I mean, not really, it's still a phone, but it's a lot bigger. And I'm putting it back in the box. I don't know why. I'm still scared to set it up. I'm putting it away. Why am I not setting it up? I've had it for over a week. Like, what is actually wrong with me? Does anyone else do this? Please let me know I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one. But this, to me, is the most exciting thing to happen this week. Like, I'm so excited about this. I just think it looks super cute. I need to get this power bank now to match all of the different cases. But just thought I would share that because I thought that was super fun. Hello, I'm just sitting doing a little bit of reading. I'm now onto the 3rd A Court book. So I'm on A Court of Wings and Ruin. And I can't quite get into it as much as the last 2. I don't know if I'm just like not giving it enough of a chance, but obviously I'm still enjoying it. I'm only on page 50. And I am enjoying it, but I'm just not as hooked as I was with the last 2, and I'm just not sure why. I don't know if I've like started to get a little bit confused as to what's going on and I'm just not as invested. I'm really disappointed because I loved the first one. Like, I didn't put the first one down. I think I finished the whole thing in like just over a week. The second one, I think it took me 2 to 3 weeks to read the second one because it was a little bit chunkier. Loved that one as well. The third one, I'm not quite into it, but everything I've read has told me that the third one is the best. So I'm going to keep going, like I'm going to give it more of a chance, but I'm just really disappointed because when it turned up, like when it got delivered, I was so excited and I was like, yes, like this is going to be my book, I'm not going to be able to put it down. And I kind of can put it down, like I'm not really that bothered. And it's upsetting me a little bit because I really wanted to be on my reading game and do 1 book a month. Like, that was my goal for this year, 1 book a month. And we're already nearly at the end of January pretty much. And I'm only 50 pages into this. So I've got like a week to read the other 700, which I don't think is going to happen. So I'm a bit disappointed that I haven't kept up with that, but I am going to keep going. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read the third one and what you think, and if I just need to be a little bit more patient with it. I just feel like it's a little bit slower than the last books. It's just not as exciting straight off the bat. Like, there's a lot of backstory going on, which I'm just not really bothered about. But I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. Let me know in the comments which one was your favourite, because I have heard everyone say this one's the best. But so far, I would have to disagree. But we'll keep going. We'll keep going. I'm only on chapter like 5. Such a long one as well. I think it's like 750 pages. I don't like to flick to the back to see how many pages it is, just in case I accidentally see like one key word that like ruins the whole book for me. I accidentally did that with the second book. I googled something because I wasn't quite understanding, and I googled why something was the way it was, and the first thing that came up was like a spoiler of something that happened at the end of the second book. So I've learned not to do that, because there's a key thing that happened that I kind of completely ruined. So don't Google the books, guys. If you're getting confused, go back and read. Don't Google. I do like how this one's pink though. It's definitely my favourite cover so far. The pink just looks cute on my bedside table. Hello, what is this lighting? I do not know. It's dark outside, it's the middle of the day. I don't know what's going on. But I have a very exciting announcement. A very exciting update indeed. I feel like this vlog has just been a series of me making or drinking coffees. That is the problem with my new milk frother. I told you I'm obsessed with it, and it has really upped my at-home coffee game. But I'm having a lot more coffee, which is not good for me. I'm honestly drinking way more coffee now, like probably an extra 3. I usually would have like 3 coffees a week. Now I'm having like 1 a day, which is not very good. So that aside, that's something I need to work on. But very, very, very exciting announcement. I am now going on an impromptu trip. So I'm actually going to Dubai in literally a couple of days, This is a very last minute trip for us. We just decided that we're going to go, bit out of the blue. It's just cold, it's just grey, and it's just miserable. And the opportunity presented itself, and we thought, you know what? Why not? Like, why not? So I have a couple of days before I go. That is literally it. I really need to get organised. I really need to have a little bit of a glow up. I've already started a little bit of a prep and pack with me glow up video, so that's a separate vlog that will be coming after this one, because I did book this trip a couple of days ago. But I've been really toying with what to do about the 75 medium challenge, because this trip has just come up out of nowhere. One of the options would obviously be to not go on the trip and just say like, no, I'm doing the challenge, I'm not going to go on the trip. But this challenge is going to last me until March. That is a long time, and especially when a holiday presents itself and the opportunity's there, like, why not go and enjoy myself? So I've gone back and forward a few times about what to do about this trip, and I've decided that life is for living, life is not for challenges. So that was actually Zach's quote. I've just stole that from him because I was getting really up a height about it, and he said, life's for living, life's not for doing fitness challenges. And he's absolutely right. So there's no harm in me going, having a little bit of fun. This begs the question, do I start again for the 3rd time, or do I pause the challenge? I think I've concluded that I'm just going to pause it for a week, because realistically, there's not a lot of things on the list that I'm not going to not be able to do. I've went and got my little list so that we can revisit it. I'll definitely still be doing my 8 to 10,000 steps a day, because I'm going to make sure I'm super active and I get up and I walk everywhere that I can. 5 workouts a week. I'm actually still going to be able to do that, because the place that we're going to stay is actually only a 5-minute walk from a reformer Pilates studio. So I'm going to make sure that I just go to Pilates a couple of times while I'm there. And I'm going to take my running shoes as well, maybe go on a run. So I'll still be able to do that. 2 litres of water a day and supplements every day. Super easy. Drink my water, take my supplements with me. I'm definitely going to do that. Skincare routine every night and day, going to do that. Post daily on social media, going to try and do that. No screen time 30 minutes before bed and 30 minutes of reading a day. Definitely going to be able to do that. So the ones where I'm probably going to downfall, 100 grams of protein a day. When I'm on holiday, it is very difficult to track protein. You know, I'm eating out, I'm eating in restaurants. I don't know how much protein's in things. I'm not home cooking. It's very difficult to know. So I'm going to still try and pick high protein options when I'm out and about. But like that is an unknown. No alcohol, that is getting broken. Sorry guys. I'm about to have fun. Like, I'm about to let my hair down. I'm on holiday. I am paying for this trip out of my own money, and I want to enjoy myself. So if I'm spending my own money, I want to go and I want to enjoy myself, you know? So sorry, that one is getting broken. No unnecessary spending is probably absolutely 100 million trillion% getting broken. Like, is a holiday necessary? No. is all of the makeup I'm going to buy in Sephora and probably all of the cocktails I'm going to buy in the nightclubs necessary? Absolutely not, but am I going to do it? Yes, I am. And 90-10 diet rule, that's probably going to switch to more like 50-50 diet rule. So, am I going to complete every single thing on the list? No. Am I still going to try and make good choices and better decisions to try and adhere to most of it while I'm there? Yes. But will I be drinking alcohol? Will I be indulgent in the extra dessert? And will I be probably spending money that isn't absolutely necessary? Unfortunately, guys, yes. Yes, I will. So, tell me I've failed. Not bothered. I've decided. I'm going to live my life. And this really kind of links in with the goals that I was writing a couple of days ago when we sat down to write our 2025 goals. I did say I want to live more spontaneously. I want to not let life pass me by and just wait for things to happen. I want to make things happen. And this is me doing that. Like, I'm going on a trip in a couple of days. Usually this is something that would have really stressed me out and I would have needed a lot of time to pack and prepare and get organised. And I've literally got a few days. So I'm proud of myself for that. I mean, it might seem like a really small thing, but I'm proud of myself for that because I'm not getting stressed. I'm just actually really, really excited to get some sun because I'm looking outside now and it's grey and it's cold and it's miserable. So I'm super excited about that. I think I'm just going to pause the challenge. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me know in the comments what you think about that decision. I really don't feel like starting for a third time over. So I'm going to pause it on the day that I go and then I'll just pick up on that same day when I resume. So like, I'm not going to still count those days while I'm away, if that makes sense. Like I will stop on day X and I'll pick up on that same day. So it just means the challenge will be like an extra little bit longer. So it'll actually be, rather than 75 days, it'll probably be like something like 90 days. But obviously of those 90 days, I will have only completed 75, if that makes sense. So might not be in full keeping with the challenge, but as I said at the start of this little segment, life is for living and life is not for challenges. So I'm going to go live my life and I'll pick up the challenge when I get back. It's really not that deep. And I hope you think it's not that deep with me because I've gone back and forward on this and this is the conclusion that I've come to. So on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this 75 medium vlog here. Like I said, I have started a prep and pack with me, glow up video with me a couple of days ago. So that will be going live after this video. And then I am, of course, going to vlog Dubai. I will be vlogging the entire trip, so stay tuned for that as well. Lots of fun content to come, and also go follow me over on my other socials on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see like daily vlogs, get dressed with me, all that type of stuff while I'm away. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching this vlog. Please don't forget to subscribe while you're here. And I will see you, probably the next time I will speak to you all is when I'm in Dubai. So thank you for watching. We'll pick up the challenge when I get back. Please don't forget to subscribe. And I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye.